Hey everyone, I'm Keta Blade Dancer. Welcome to my channel. So for today's episode, I'm going to be mixing it up a little bit. I normally prefer to record video and audio at the same time, but since my sons were napping when I did the tech cave, I could only record my video. So I'm going to be going over my footage in the style of a director's commentary, so I can share my experience with you guys and maybe even offer some tips. Alright, let's get to it then. Alright, I'm going in on Alpha, and I'm just soloing it on my single player. For your first tip, it pays to organize your dinos. Before you even think about opening the tech cave door, you want to make sure that you have all your dinos lined up. It really helps when bringing them through the tech gate, because once that door opens, you only have 5 minutes to get them all in. And you can bring up to 50 dinos in. I didn't bring in that many. I figured that would be way too much, so I didn't even want to mess with that many. And you also want to make sure that you lead them down far enough in the entrance, or you want to lead them far enough down the hallway or tunnel so you can keep the entrance clear to keep bringing in more. Otherwise it just gets too cluttered and y'all get stuck, which is what you don't want. So there definitely is some running back and forth, but isn't really a way around that when you're playing by yourself. Yeah, and that you don't want that either. Yeah, the turning radius, oh my gosh, sorry. Turning radius on Rexes is bad. Okay. Yeah, good enough, right? Yeah, it's so easy to get dinos stuck on each other. Yeah, sorry I'm not saying a whole lot at this moment. Just want you guys to see how my experience went with putting the dinos in the tech cave. I also recommend backing up your data if you possibly can, just in case if things don't go right on your first try. Because it's Ark, you never know what's gonna happen. Yeah, and with the following on Rexes, keep the follow distance on low. You want them to move around enough, but you don't want them too close to where the dino you're riding gets stuck, because the other one just sticks his nose all up in ya. Another tip to note is that you want to bring in all your bigger dinos first. Save the smaller ones for last, because they can move faster, they have a better turning radius, and it's easier to get more in at a time when they're smaller. So you want to get the bigger, annoying ones out of the way, and then bring in the little guys. And that's all 32. Yep, I only brought 32 dinos because I'm playing by myself and I didn't want to have too many dinos to worry about and take care of. Okay, so I brought in 2 Udis, 2 carchars, 4 volcanic rexes, or X-rexes, 1 otter, 10 theris, and 13 regular rexes. That to me seemed to be the perfect number because my plan here is to actually use the carchars to help clear the cave. The volcanic rexes were what I used on Gamma and Beta, and they worked pretty well, but I really wanted to see what the carchars could do in the tech cave, but on Alpha especially. But I brought the volcanic rexes just in case, because unfortunately I was not able to get a good carchar saddle blueprint. My 2 carchars, my husband helped me name them. He's a big fan of Warhammer 40k. This red carchar is named Corn, and my greenish yellow female that's stuck, her name is Celestine. So they are both wearing just primitive saddles. So I wanted to see what they could do, but if they're gonna take too much damage, I brought in my volcanic rexes as backup to help clear the cave. So if you are able to actually get good carchar blueprints to make better saddles, I highly recommend it. You should at least try the tech cave once, using a carchar or 2 to help clear it. I chose 2 because I wanted the mate boosted buff. I was so excited to see what these guys could do in the tech cave. So as you can see, they didn't take that much damage right away. You know, one of the first waves of enemies. I had the follow distance on low for a female following the one I'm riding. Didn't want her to wander off too far. Yeah, I thought these damage numbers were kind of insane. But carchars are just too good. I didn't move. I really tried to keep her in place because she really wanted to run down the hill after them. I was trying to be really careful to make sure that the carchar following me did not run into the lava. That would have been very sad. These 2 carchars are fully imprinted to my character. So sometimes I would put her on passive so she wouldn't move. Yeah, almost missed those guys. So honestly, carchars do make pretty easy work of clearing the tech cave. You still want to be careful, especially if you have one following you like I did, but you know, can't go wrong with the mate boosted buff. Having a male and female really did help. You probably could just bring one that you're riding if you're, you know, soloing, or if you're doing it with another player, you both could ride one. That would also work too. But yeah, carchars will definitely make your life easier. And they just look so darn cool. Like, whoever designed the model for them did an amazing job. because they're just clearing away level 620 dinos and hardly taking any damage, even with primitive saddles. Like, I was so worried about how they were gonna do with just the primitive saddle, but it honestly didn't seem to matter that much. Which was good, because I tried really hard to try to get a blueprint. I was researching online, like, where do you get a carchar blueprint? I tried fishing, I tried a cave on extinction, I tried the snow cave. Yeah, the RNG just didn't want to make it happen for me, so it's like, well, I'll just try it without it and see how it goes. And I brought cryopods. Extra cryopods. Just in case if, you know, it didn't go too good. And then looking ahead, I noticed my first Giga. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I don't feel like taking him head on. The best strategy, as we know in the art community, Gigas in the tech cave, is to kite them into the lava. Alright, so I wanted to leave my follower dino behind just so I could take care of these enemies without him falling into the lava pit on the left. Sometimes dinos get stuck in the wall, so I was just checking. Okay. Yep, there he is. Again. Or still. And for some reason my carchar just could not reach that guy. It's all good though. Alright. And I brought an attack rifle. They have pretty good range. And of course, he got stuck on some aloes on that little bridge. And there they all go, and then they're just on that ledge right there. And I know Gigas can bite through the terrain, so it's like, alright, well, see what I can do. And I tailspun that Rex into the lava, which was nice. Just trying to kite him still. He's being kind of cheeky. Yeah, just want to take your time always when it comes to Gigas. You don't need to rush it. Yeah. And yep, that guy still couldn't attack, and as you can sort of see, the Giga is in the lava. The taller dino that you ride, the less you have to worry about arthropluras. Sometimes it can be more helpful to kite dinos into the lava than to fight them. I mean, with the carchar, it doesn't make a difference either way, but, you know, you're clearing the path for your army to come down. So whatever method you want to use, you know, just make sure you get that path cleared. But sometimes it's kind of fun to make them step into your web, or, you know, the lava in this case. Alright, another tip to note is always make sure that the gigas are actually dead. Hiding them into the lava is great, but you want to make sure that you let the you wait long enough for the lava to finish them off, or you can just pull out a weapon of your choice, crossbow, gun, whatever, and make sure that they're gone. Because sometimes they can surprise you and find a way out of the lava. Happened to me on beta. Almost followed me into the in the terminal area. But my dinos actually managed to kill him. He had already been damaged from the lava, so it worked out. Yeah, I brought a crossbow in. It was an ascendant one, and I like the range and the shooting capabilities. Yep, he's pretty bloodied. Yeah, he did not want to stand still. And unfortunately, I couldn't harvest the Giga Heart because he had to be in the lava. Another wave enemies here. Like, carchars are good on their own, but the mate boost really did make a difference. And here comes our Rex. The game is over. Another thing to watch out for is sometimes when you're fighting the waves of enemies in the tech cave, if you can, put your dinos back to a wall, because sometimes if you have so many dinos swarming you, they can do a little knockback damage, and you do not want to get pushed into the lava, because most of the time there's no way out. So glad the arthropleuras couldn't reach me. It gets so annoying. Just spitting on you and breaking your gear. A lot of lava around this part of the cave, so without pulling aggro with my tech rifle would be easier in this case. Pathways with lava on both sides. I remember that made me pretty nervous. Yeah, this Rex was definitely pushing me back. It's kind of crazy. As you can see from these damage numbers, mate boosted makes a difference. when you're clearing the path of the tech cave, just keep that in mind. It will definitely help you out if you have a male and a female dino. That way you can resist some damage and do more damage. Highly recommend. Alright, and I moved my second carchar up at this point in time so I could reap the benefits of the meat boosted buff. I did have her on passive though, just because there's a lot of lava in this area. And it was around this spot where one of my Rexes died on Gamma. Yeah, he got pushed into the lava by some aloes. It was sad. It's alright, I made him a little tombstone. That's why it's a good idea to bring a couple extra dinos as backups, just in case if you have some that do get pushed into the lava or fall on their own. Yeah, pathfinding in this cave is nuts. And here's where I meet my second Giga. I had already moved one of my carchars out of the way, so he wouldn't get in a fight with the Giga. And yep, I managed to shoot the terrain the first time. Alright, and he's aggroed. So I wait for him. I was kind of hoping he would have just ran into the lava because of his turn radius, but that's okay. Just kind of, you know, run a circle around this little bit. Oh, he almost went in there. Yeah, I knew I had to get a little more creative this time around. Yep. Yeah, just be careful where you shoot. So you don't shoot the wall like I did. Yep, and there he is. Yeah, I was trying to be cheeky and just, you know, dodgy. Just let him run into the lava. It's like, dude, come on, follow me. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I just wanted to wait, because he just kept moving. I was a little afraid he was going to bite me through the terrain, but then I was out of range for the tailspin, so it's like, okay, alright, let me see what else I can do. Like, are you going to follow me out of there? What's going on? So I decided to shoot him some more, and yep, he followed me out, and I was like, okay, run! Run! It's like, alright, take two, let's go. And that time he basically just went in on his own, so that was kind of nice. And then he lost aggro and was just chilling there, so to speak. So instead of just sitting here waiting for this Giga to die in the lava, I decided I would scout ahead and see what else I had to fight. I got so nervous here because I was getting pushed. I remember I was actually praying, it's like, God, please don't let me die. It's like, oh my gosh, please no, please no. This was a miracle that I did not fall. I was so scared. That was so close. Such a harrowing experience. I was very worried for that carchar, but we made it. That ledge, that saved my life and my carchar's life. Yeah, and this is where I put my back to a wall. It's like, if you're gonna push me, you can push me to the wall. It was so crazy. I cannot believe that had happened. Like, I was still trying to wrap my head around that. Surviving that was definitely an answered prayer. I was so glad I was able to continue the tech cave. I was definitely on edge though, not gonna lie. It's like, alright, let me just, you know, tiptoe down this path now. Take a couple deep breaths, calm down a little bit. And let's see what new horrors await me now. Path looked clear until I saw him. Level 620 carchar. No thanks. Time to get this guy in the lava too. Just trying to be careful with my dino placement. Okay, here we go. Ba-boom. And the reason I'm pulling him into the lava way over here is because actually there's some molten rock that he can stand on there. And that way, for the path, he's out of aggro range. Gotta chomp these guys up, or push them in the lava. Whatever works. Alright. Just wanting to make sure that I get all the creepy crawlies out of the way. And as you can see, he's standing on that molten rock. You can see his tail sticking out. Alright, time to go back up. Check on this Giga here. So I decided to do a little multitasking. Instead of just standing here waiting for this Giga to die, I figured I would just go back up and start leading my overseer army down the path. I double checked to make sure the path was clear on my way back up, and here I am reaching the top where my overseer army is, just as I left them. So another thing to note is that you want to make sure you have enough cryopods. Because like Celestine here, my noble carchar, she cannot be teleported to the overseer arena, so I had to cryopod her, unfortunately. Alright, and I'm only going to show you guys me caravanning dinos down one time, because I did it in segments of like 4 to 6 dinos at a time. So I will only show you this first one. So I'm riding my Yudi, her name is Zodi, she's named after my cat. And I have a second Yudi following me, and let's see, how many Rexes was this? I think 4 on this run. Yep, I was going very slow and just taking my time because I really did not want to lose any dinos into the lava. I can speed things up a bit. Here we go. Okay, I think I sped up enough of the pathway down. Moving on, the Giga is dead. Another thing I want to note is that you want to double check and make sure your dinos are behind you. Sometimes they can get stuck on like the rocks or terrain, so it's better to be safe than sorry. And we're coming up in range of the gate. So I did something a little unorthodox here, and I want to show you guys. I had a heck of a time on Gamma and Beta with the path, so I started doing this instead. And then just jump off before your dino lands to negate fall damage, and boom, they all fall down very easily. Just run up ahead a little bit to kind of straighten them out. Yeah, that Rex made me nervous. Alright. That to me was easier than trying to wind Rexes down that path. Decided I'd take a peek at the carchar, and that's when I noticed there's 2 carchars there. The level 320 was when I did the tech cave on Beta. Apparently when they stand on that molten rock, they don't despawn or die. Thought that was interesting, but also terrifying. And then I just wanted to lead my dinos in here. Alright, and that is caravanning down your overseer army, because what you want to do is you want to use separate dinos to clear the cave and separate dinos for the army. You want to try to make sure that your army for the overseer fight takes no damage in the cave if you can possibly help it, because that way then they can just focus on fighting the overseer and yeah, they go in full health. Why go start a fight when you're all beat up, you know? After I let all my dinosaurs down to the terminal area, I cryopotted the ones that I didn't need. I thought it would be a good idea to bring a couple extra Rexes just in case if they fell into the lava. So my overseer army is 2 Uties, 10 therizinosaurs, and 8 Rexes. I wanted to bring therizinosaurus for the sweet veggie cakes. All 10 of them had at least 3 in their inventory, and then 2 Uties for the mate boosted buff, and then 8 Rexes because Rexes are great and they can tank and do a lot of damage. I was a little nervous teleporting in, just wanted to make sure all my dinos arrived, so always got to do a head count afterwards. I made sure everyone was following me, and I began my way down the path. I had already explored these tunnels, or hallways, whatever you want to call them, on both Gamma and Beta, so I didn't really feel the need to do that on Alpha. I do love the design of this area, though. I thought it was really well done. Yep, get your bathroom breaks out of the way. And make sure everyone catches up. This path is kind of winding, but at the same time, it's also kind of pretty straightforward. If you go slow enough, everyone should be able to follow you without getting stuck. Just always double check before you go start the arena, or overseer fight in the arena. I thought this part was kind of trippy, but also amazing. So this is the final bridge before you get to the Overseer Arena, and you can see through it and look down, and you can see the drops going down to the island. I think that was one of my favorite parts of this, because that was just so well done. Alright, and here we are, entering the Overseer Arena. This is such a cool fight. Gamma and Beta really do prepare you for Alpha. I really, really do believe that. Because I felt so much more confident going in on Alpha than I did my first 2 times. And even just the music and the sound effects, like, this is a really fun fight. Like, I loved it. And I love everything in the background. You can see the other arcs in space, and I was just kind of having a fangirl moment the whole time I was playing this fight. So I'm just trying to round up ads here and kind of get everyone to follow me while my army babysits the Overseer. And yeah, just on ad duty, pulling out my pump action shotgun, shooting the drones out of the air, and trying to stay on my Uti, which sometimes is difficult, as you'll see. Yeah, if you can get yourself an Ascendant shotgun, definitely bring it for this fight. It'll definitely come in clutch. Make sure you have a lot of ammo, too. I think I had over 300 shotgun shells. Yeah, I prefer to ride a Uti when doing boss fights if the map permits it, because Utis they're one of my favorite dinosaurs, if not the favorite. I'd have to take some time to really think about it, but they're at least in my top 3. But I think they do take number 1. Yeah, it's actually really cool seeing the defense units here because, I mean, I've played on Extinction a little bit, enough to know that they're in the tech city, but seeing them in like the OG Ark boss fight was cool. Yep, time for more drones. Yep, and you gotta watch out for the beams because they'll stun you and dismount you, so make sure you ride something that when you're dismounted you stand on your dino instead of being thrown off somewhere. Alright, and the Overseer's in broodmother phase. Some of these ads got stuck on my dinos, so I had to go in for the assist, but it's all good. Gotta make sure I courage roar my dinos when I can. That's the other reason to ride a Yudi during a boss fight. Courage roar is just too good. Yep, and they're nomming her up pretty good, so drone time. Yeah, I got a little worried there, because that time I did actually get pushed off my Yudi. But I made it back fast enough, so it was like, okay, I can relax. Yep, and Overseer's immune, so add phase again. Yeah. If you haven't done this fight before, definitely go in on an easier difficulty, because that will really help save your life. I think that's why the developers made it that way, you know, Gamma, Beta, Alpha, because the lower difficulties really help prepare you. Even if you do end up losing dinos, you can still kind of like understand the phases and attack patterns and just, you know, just helps you get more familiar with things. I was really confident when I went in on this fight, like, I don't know, I was just having an arc high, I guess. All that adrenaline pumping, and it was like, heck yeah, let's do this. I mean, how can you not feel hype with this epic music? Yeah, sometimes dinos will get kind of stuck on the columns or pillars. Sometimes you gotta like have them follow you or so, or just whistle them to attack something. Sometimes I just left them there while I was taking care of the ads. It's like, I'll get you later. Yep. And then some of my dinos came to help. They're like, hey, we're passing by. Need a hand? Or some teeth? Yeah, I got stunned quite a bit. Yeah, I was just wearing my fur armor in the tech cave. Or, I'm sorry. I wore ghillie in the tech cave. I did bring my tech armor, and I did use that to toggle, you know, see if there's any hidden enemies in the walls. But once I got to the terminal area, I switched to some fur armor. And it was definitely cold enough here because my fur armor is really good. It has like high numbers on all of it, and it didn't tell me I was too hot or anything, so I was like, alright, sweet. So multiple sets of armor definitely will help. Whoa, yep. Got a little scared for my life right here, too. like, okay, just find a dino. Any dino will do. It's like, oh, Zodi's right there. Let's go. So glad I upped my character's movement speed. Yep, so no one was looking too bloodied at this time. You could see that they had, you know, taken some hits and whatnot, but oh, I wasn't too worried. I felt very confident going in, and I was having a lot of fun with this fight. It took me a long time to get here, and I was just really glad to be here. Yep, wanting to go in for the courage roar. Yeah, it's kind of blocked me a little bit, but it's all good. And then, of course, when the Overseer morphs into one of the different bosses, it's like he's always got to jump on the other side of the arena. Ah, it burns! I probably should have brought some wyvern milk, but it's all good. Poor Yudi took that hit like a champ, though. Yep. And when you don't have any ads, just use your shotgun on the boss. Highly recommend. Yeah, the reload is a little slow, but damage is worth it. Oh, some of my dinos, poor things, they were on fire. Alright. Sometimes, yeah, just wanted to get everyone over here for a little bit while I could work on the ads. I was just trying to lead them out of the way a little bit, but it's like, alright, you want to help clear ads? Let me at least courage roar you then. Such helpful dinos. Definitely giving me some Beast Queen vibes here. It's like, aw. Yep, stunned again. Yeah, stunned quite a bit. The whole ordeal was just shocking. This is a really fun fight, though. Might as well kill ads since they can't damage the boss. Yep, and stunned again. Yeah, I honestly just stopped trying to dodge it. It's like, if it gets me, it gets me. Got some good shots in there. Like, come on, dinos, get him! And immune, of course. And drone time again. Reload again. Yeah, honestly, like, going back and rewatching this to commentate on it, it's like, well, it makes me want to do it again, because I love doing boss fights and caves and Ark. It's a lot of fun. It's my favorite game. Can't help it. Managed to dodge a stun that time. I say as I walk into it 2 seconds later. Oops, wrong dino. And more ads. Yep, just a lot of rinse and repeat until you know, drop the Overseer's HP down. Right, and it's morphing again. And we got the monkey. Yeah, I could not get my dinos to... I don't know why I struggled with the whistle right there. It's like he was just out of range or something. So it's like, okay. Let's just have everyone follow me. It's like, oh sure, now you come over here. Alright, courage roared down. Now it's time for the drones. Yeah, he does a little bit of a knockback, but honestly, they were chewing him to bits. He did not last long at all. Yep, and drones. Yeah, at this point I pretty much was just saving my shotgun shells for the drones and then chipping away at the Overseer when I could. And then just having my Yudi Nama on all these defense units. And then trying to sneak over to my dinos when I possibly can and give them a courage roar. Gotta be your dino's cheerleader, you know? Ouch. And yeah, that's where I jumped on a Rex accidentally. It's like, can I just get on my Yudi again? Yeah, I saw that his health was getting low, so it's like, alright, well, I'm just gonna let my dinos do their thing where they are and I'll take care of these drones. Maybe. It's like, alright, everyone else should just go over there. It was getting a little chaotic with everyone spread out, but... It's like, oh, broodmother again. Okay, go eat her. Spiders are tasty, right? Yep, and I had to go save some dinos here because they were stuck on quite a few defense units. It's like, go get her! That shotgun is just too good. We're getting there. Drone duty again. Yep, and stunned again. because that's when I noticed that my Yudi actually ran out of food. It was like, oh, oops. Let me give you some of my my cooked meat jerky. And then that's when my army actually managed to kill the overseer. That's why you take care of your dinos. You take care of them, they'll take care of you. Yep, and I was on an arc high before fighting the overseer, and it's like beating the overseer, it's like that was just another level of an arc high. So I've heard that you can lose stuff when you ascend, so it's like, alright, I'm gonna eat a Freya curry so I don't freeze to death, and I just put everything from my hotbar and inventory and gear that I was wearing on my Yudi. Alright, this is it! Alpha Ascension! Let's go! I was so excited. I had to take a couple screenshots. I couldn't help it. It's like, this is too amazing. I love how you see the other arcs. It's so cool. They did an amazing job on this. I finally did it. Woo!
Is this what happiness felt like?
Yes.
No. This is more like pride. Yes,
I did feel very proud of myself
that's
after
it.
that.
I'm proud of you, Survivor. You've accomplished
Thank you.
what few
I'm proud of me
have.
too.
You've ascended. I once did too, when I was her. Helena. She was an explorer too. And like you, she traveled the arcs and discovered their secrets. You're following in her footsteps. Keep going. Discover what became
Actually,
of
I'm a
Helena
little more
and
like
her
Mei
friends.
Yin, the Beast Queen.
Survive the many challenges
Taming
ahead,
dinos is kind of my
and you'll
jam.
find me here waiting
Sorry,
for
Helena.
you. Together, we may yet be able to save our world.
Such a cool little story, but I love it. Well, there you have it, guys. That was my near flawless run of soloing the Alpha Tech Cave and Overseer fight. I say near flawless because that part where I fell on that itty bitty ledge and almost died, yeah, that was terrifying. On the plus side though, I didn't lose any dinos. Thank God. It really does help to have separate dinos for clearing the cave and separate dinos for fighting the Overseer. It will really make a difference. I had a lot of fun doing the tech cave with the carchars and fighting the Overseer and even making this video. It was all just a blast. I'm really happy to be able to share this with you. And as a little bonus to wrap up this video, here is footage of my fight against the Guardians on the center, the Megapithecus and the Broodmother. So for my army here, I used 2 Udis, 4 Megatheriums, 10 Calicotheriums, had to try them out, kind of an experiment, and then 4 Volcanic Rexes that didn't get their time to shine in Alpha Tech Cave. Wanted to make sure they got used for something. The difficulty on this fight is just Gamma. I still have to do Beta and Alpha for all in due time. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Just want to say thank you again. Hopefully my tips can be helpful to you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.